The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
Democratic Senator Joe Manchin got an earful from a constituent in West Virginia who criticized President Obama's war on coal, West Virginia big on coal, and called out the senator for supporting Obama's reelection.
As a citizen of Logan, West Virginia, and as an American, I'm very concerned and very troubled about a lot of things that are going on in our country today. I'm concerned about the future of our country, the future for my kids, their grandkids, or my grandkids, for the children that had to leave a few minutes ago. That they're not going to be able to grow up in the same kind of society that you and I did. You got a free and secure society. You know, right now, Washington, you guys are spending money at an alarming pace. It's unsustainable. If it doesn't get fixed, if somebody doesn't do something to stop it, we will sink. You know, that's very troubling. We send billions of dollars a year to other countries, many of whom want to kill us. Okay, while we have kids in our own country going to bed hungry every night, that's not acceptable.
Not his best angle, but nonetheless, Sean Atkins made a good point, and Senator Manchin joins us live.
Thank you, Steve.
Well, you know what? Got to hand it to you. You know, you got an earful there, and you answered the question to him.
I go all over my state. That's what it's all about. When we go home, you're supposed to go out in the state and talk to your people and find out what's wrong. Sean was exactly right. And he said, why did you support? In 2008, I was very hopeful. The president coming from Illinois, it's a coal state, had good relationships working. We have a lot of West Virginians working in the coal industry in Illinois, and there was a good dialogue. And it just kind of shut down after he became president. And I'm the first to tell you, I'm fighting this every day, trying to find the balance. Coal produces 35 to 40% of our energy. It's the cheapest form of energy we have for us to be the most productive and to be competitive worldwide, and not to use the energy the good Lord gave you in your own backyard.
Senator, what does the president say when you bring that up? Because it fuels the power plants for the electric cars. I mean, come on.
It's just, you know, we're on two different pages.
You disagree with him on the Keystone Pipeline, too.
Absolutely.
2 weeks ago, I interviewed you about that. And you know, you were getting together with the other side of the aisle, which some people think is taboo. But you believe in that. Same thing with the gun bill, right?
Well, Gretchen, here's the thing. In West Virginia, we believe you should buy from your friends and your neighbors, not your enemies. And that's really what that comes down to. That oil is going to go somewhere. Is it going to go to China and different parts of the world? Or can we use it here and benefit ourselves and make ourselves more secure?
Sure, and make more jobs. Recent Fox News poll, most important issue for Congress, this is you, and the president to work on, economy and jobs, 42%. Then followed by the deficit and terrorism and health care, which got a lot of attention, only 7%.
Well, basically, people are concerned about taking care of their family, putting a roof over their head, and feeding and clothing the children. That's just basic survival. That's in West Virginia and any place in this country.
Has the president done enough on that front?
Nobody has done enough, and the president definitely hasn't done enough. You have to get your financial house in order, whether your own finances in your own home, your small business, large business, whatever. And government definitely cannot be out of kilter. And right now, with 16 going on $17 trillion of debt, it puts pressure.
It's out of kilter right now.
It's totally out of kilter.
But this whole sequester thing, instead of us making tough choices together, both sides, it looks like let's do sequester and blame the other side.
And that's exactly, they're playing the blame game. I mean, both sides are guilty, Democrats and Republicans playing the blame game. The sequestering, fine, we're going to cut $85 billion between now and October 1. Why didn't it just give some discretion how the Department of Defense cuts and how the OMB cuts? Why do
you guys try to give the president that discretion?
Well, I'm trying to. I have a bill in for it.
You do right now?
I ended the last interview by saying, stop making sense. Stop making sense, Senator Manchin.
Common sense, gun sense.
Good to see you.
A pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you, Stephen.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.